When the Toyota Supra nameplate returned to the automotive world, it wasn't just a new car launch. It was the resurrection of a legend. For over 2 decades, enthusiasts had dreamed of a successor to the iconic Formulawian Quattros, a car that had transcended car culture to become a pop culture phenomenon. The 2020 GR Supra debuted carrying the weight of this immense legacy, promising to deliver a pure sports car experience for the modern era. But does it live up to the hype? In this 3-part series, we are going deep into the engineering, the driving dynamics, and the soul of the GR Supra. This is part 1. Let's start with the exterior, because the design of the GR Supra is nothing short of dramatic. Drawing heavy inspiration from the stunning FT1 concept, the production model retains the condensed extreme design philosophy. It is compact, wide, and aggressive. At the front, the central grille section is flanked by large air intakes, designed to channel air to the engine and brakes. The headlights, with their distinct 6-lens LED arrangement, give the car a focused, predatory gaze that is instantly recognizable. As you move to the side, the silhouette reveals the classic sports car proportions: a long hood, a compact cabin, and a short rear deck. This isn't just for looks. It's a layout determined by the pursuit of aerodynamic efficiency and ideal weight distribution. Notice the double bubble roof design. This is a nod to the classic Toyota 2000 GT, designed to reduce drag while maintaining headroom for the driver and passenger. It's a functional heritage detail that connects the modern machine to its ancestors. The rear of the car is perhaps its most polarizing and distinctive angle. The prominent arching spoiler is integrated into the trunk lid, providing downforce at high speeds. The muscular rear fenders flare out significantly, emphasizing the car's rear-wheel drive architecture. Large dual exhaust tips and a functional rear diffuser complete the look, signaling the performance potential that lies beneath. Every curve and crease on the bodywork is sculpted to manage airflow, reducing lift and ensuring stability. Under the skin, the chassis is a marvel of rigidity. In fact, the GR Supra's frame is more rigid than the carbon fiber Lexus LFA supercar. This stiffness is crucial, as it allows the suspension to do its work precisely, without the chassis flexing under load. The wheelbase is actually shorter than the Toyota 86, which, combined with the wide track, gives the Supra a golden ratio of 1.55. This specific ratio between wheelbase length and track width is considered ideal for agility and handling stability. As we look closer at the details, you see the influence of Toyota's Gazoo racing division. The GR badge isn't just marketing. It represents a development process honed on the Nürburgring. This car was born on the track. The wheels are forged aluminum, lightweight and strong, wrapped in sticky Michelin Pilot Supersport tires that provide the mechanical grip necessary to harness the car's power. In the next part of this series, we will pop the hood and step inside the cockpit to see where the driver lives and what powers this machine. But for now, just admire the presence of the GR Supra. It is a car that looks fast even when standing still. As you continue to push the Toyota GR Supra, the way it handles speed and control becomes even more impressive. Acceleration feels strong but never chaotic, allowing the driver to stay composed and confident. The turbocharged power builds smoothly, giving you usable performance at almost any speed. Unlike some American sports cars that feel aggressive but inconsistent when pushed hard, the Supra maintains a calm, predictable character that inspires trust. Braking performance is a key part of this confidence. The brakes offer strong stopping power with a firm, consistent pedal feel. You can precisely modulate pressure, whether you're slowing down gently in traffic or braking hard before a corner. This level of control is essential for spirited driving and track use, and it's an area where the Supra often feels more refined than heavier American competitors, which can suffer from brake fade or vague feedback under stress. Suspension tuning further enhances the driving experience. The Supra strikes a careful balance between comfort and performance, absorbing road imperfections without feeling soft or disconnected. On smooth roads, the car feels planted and responsive. On rougher surfaces, it remains composed rather than unsettled. This balance allows the Supra to perform equally well as a daily driver and as a weekend performance car, something many high-powered muscle cars struggle to achieve. Traction and stability systems are tuned with the driver in mind. They work quietly in the background, stepping in only when necessary. Instead of cutting power abruptly or interfering too aggressively, the systems allow controlled slip and smooth corrections. This makes the Supra feel supportive rather than restrictive. Drivers can explore the limits of grip without feeling like the car is constantly fighting them, which adds to the overall sense of engagement. The compact size of the Supra plays a major role in its agility. It feels light on its feet, easy to position on the road, and quick to respond to steering inputs. On winding roads, this agility becomes a clear advantage over wider, heavier American sports cars that can feel bulky or slow to react. The Supra feels like it shrinks around you, making tight corners and quick transitions feel effortless and rewarding. Engine and transmission coordination is another highlight. Gear changes are smooth and decisive, keeping the engine in the optimal power band. There's no hesitation or confusion about what the car wants to do next. This seamless cooperation between components makes the Supra feel polished and mature, reinforcing the idea that performance doesn't have to be loud or aggressive to be exciting. Before continuing, if you're finding this breakdown of the Supra's real-world driving dynamics useful, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. More content is coming that dives deeper into performance, comparisons, and what makes modern JDM cars stand out in America. As driving conditions change, the Supra adapts without losing its personality. City driving feels manageable and controlled, highway cruising is stable and relaxed, and spirited backroad driving is engaging and precise. This versatility is one of the Supra's greatest strengths. It doesn't demand constant attention or perfect conditions to be enjoyable. Ultimately, the Supra builds confidence mile after mile. The more time you spend behind the wheel, the more you trust the car. It encourages smoother inputs, better driving habits, and a deeper appreciation for balance and control. This growing sense of connection is what keeps drivers coming back, and it's a defining part of what makes the Supra such a compelling sports car. As you spend more time driving the Toyota GR Supra, a deeper layer of its character begins to reveal itself. This is where the car truly separates from many competitors in the American sports car landscape. The Supra doesn't rely on intimidation, noise, or excess to feel exciting. Instead, it builds engagement through precision, predictability, and consistency. Every mile reinforces the feeling that this car was engineered with purpose, not just to hit performance numbers. At higher speeds, the Supra remains impressively stable. The chassis feels planted, and the car tracks confidently without wandering or feeling nervous. Acceleration stays composed, even when pushing harder, and the car never feels overwhelmed by its own power. Wind noise is well controlled, and the cabin remains calm, allowing the driver to stay focused. In contrast, some American sports cars can feel unsettled at speed due to their size and weight, requiring constant corrections to stay composed. Weight distribution plays a major role in this confidence. The Supra feels neutral through corners, with no excessive understeer or oversteer unless deliberately provoked. This balance makes the car approachable for drivers of all skill levels. Less experienced drivers feel safe and in control, while more experienced drivers can progressively explore the limits. The car communicates clearly when grip is starting to fade, giving you time to react rather than surprising you with sudden behavior. Driving modes add another layer to the experience. Changes to throttle response, steering weight, and suspension behavior are noticeable but never artificial. The Supra doesn't suddenly become a different car. It simply sharpens or relaxes its core personality. This consistency is important because it keeps the driving experience authentic. No matter the mode, the Supra still feels like a driver's car, not a software-controlled machine. Predictability at the limit is one of the Supra's strongest qualities. When traction begins to break, it does so progressively. The car remains controllable, allowing the driver to correct smoothly. This builds trust and encourages skill development. Unlike some high-powered American cars that can feel thrilling but unforgiving, the Supra invites exploration. It teaches the driver rather than punishing mistakes, which is why it's so respected among enthusiasts. Over longer drives, this balance becomes even more valuable. Fatigue is minimal because the car doesn't fight the driver. Steering effort is well judged, pedal response is consistent, and the seating position supports both comfort and control. You can drive for extended periods without feeling drained, something that isn't always true in louder, more aggressive sports cars that demand constant attention. There are also subtle details that enhance the experience over time. The way the car settles under braking, how smoothly it transitions from corner to corner, and how naturally it responds to small steering inputs all contribute to a sense of polish. These aren't qualities you notice immediately, but they become clear the more you drive. In the end, the Toyota GR Supra delivers a driving experience built on confidence, connection, and balance. It doesn't try to overwhelm the driver with drama. Instead, it rewards smooth inputs, attention, and skill. That's what truly defines the Supra and makes it stand out in the American sports car landscape.